Power on. Select your players.
Pierre, Sarah, Glenn.
Select your topic.
Games.
Select your format.
Entertaining podcast.
They're called the Button Boys. So make some fucking noise. 'Cause they're gonna talk about video gaming and stuff.
Button Boys.
Today's episode is brought to you by the King. We're sponsored by
the King.
Yeah, we're sponsored by the King.
The King loves gaming and gardening.
And has decided to just sponsor the episode, which is quite nice.
It's been a crazy Christmas period.
Yeah.
The King got in touch.
The King got in touch. Said,
After the speech.
Yeah.
He said, very Dark Souls. I don't know how to get past
My
them.
fingers are too large for the Nintendo
He
Switch.
gave us a shout out in the speech. It was mad.
I want to play Cuphead.
It's been an incredible year of podcasting.
I'm not
Button
gonna
Boys has really stood out for me.
I really love the idea of a royal
Mummy would
switch.
have loved it.
A royal switch that's much bigger than his big hands.
Fully gold.
Fully gold.
I'm not good at dating sims, so I keep having them kill.
Where's the button for that?
I murdered everybody in Dream Daddy. this is Button Boys, Video Games Podcast. That's Sarah Keyworth, that's Pierre Novelli, I'm Glenn Moore. Hello and Happy New Year. This is our first episode of 2026. Thank you so much for joining us. As I said, Video Games Podcast, all we talk about is games. First question, as always, what have you been playing?
I have to start with an apology to Hazelite.
Yeah?
Louisa and I got really stuck into Split Fiction.
Yeah.
I've been having a great time. I'm sorry, Split Fiction. I'm sorry, Hazelite. I take it all back. It's really fun.
Yeah, you were chatting a bit of shit.
A bit of shit. Not loads of shit. Not loads of shit. Just a little bit of shit. And I take a portion of that shit back.
Okay.
And I'll keep it for myself.
I mean, I'm still only
And I'll
about
save it for later.
90 minutes into this game. And this game is like, I don't know, somewhere between 10 and 14 hours. And it is one of my biggest regrets, 2025, but I haven't finished it yet. But what I heard from so many people was that just every half an hour, they just throw essentially a brand new game at you.
Yeah.
Is that true?
It is true for the first few hours. And that gets quite repetitive and a bit disorienting for the first few.
Yeah.
Sorry about this shit.
Yeah.
But I think once you get into a rhythm with it and the storylines settle down, you get a bit more. Also, I need to do a disclaimer. I have the most horrendous ulcer on my tongue. So if I sound a bit off, that's why. I've shown it to the guys. They recoiled.
You have a
Would you
photo of
say-
it from a few days ago. And
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you sign up for Patreon, should we whack it into the Discord?
Yeah,
into
well,
the secret bit?
if you sign up for Patreon, I'll stick my tongue out
We'll
during the Patreon.
We'll code
episode.
it as a spoiler, so you have to click it to see
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
If you have any kind of aversion to
Giant
horrible
ulcers.
things, then skip. I'll give you a warning when I'm about to do it.
It hasn't affected your speech, despite the fact it's on your tongue, and it looks like when someone gets hit on the head in the Beano, and a lump
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
comes up like
yeah,
that, like an upwards lump, like a
Yeah.
button.
It looked a few days ago. It looked like something from The Last of Us.
It's like an unpopped jam jar lid.
It's horrendous.
Yeah, in the photo, it looks like point where you realise that someone on the space station has it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but the
yeah,
camera
yeah.
adds £10, so it looks a lot larger on the actual camera.
Yeah, exactly.
So well done for sticking this out.
But yeah, if I'm sounding, if anything comes out of it strange, that's because I have the largest ulcer anyone has ever seen.
You could say some really insane opinions this episode, and you could blame it on like the ulcers. Like the ulcer took control of your tongue.
Tiny little voice comes out of my mouth.
Yeah, you could
Yeah.
claim to be left wing. They're at it again. So Split Fiction, good. You're having a good time with it.
I think they should have the vote. I've been having a great time. Particularly, there was just a really random level. I'm going to describe it, and you're going to think this sounds so annoying because when I got to this point, I rolled my eyes and I was like, "This is so dumb." You're in the fantasy section of the game.
Yeah.
You're making your way to confront an ice king. You run into a monkey king. He challenges you to a dance-off, and I was like, furious. But then there is like a mini game within it where he's like, "Can you do the Congo?" And I was like, "Fuck off." And then the Congo is essentially Snake
Oh, great.
But you're doing snakes side by side.
Yeah.
There's loads of different monkeys, different colours, so pink and green.
Mm-hmm.
You have to get your monkeys, whatever colour you are, to be following you in a snake-like fashion, and then get them all into kind of a small section.
So like herding them in.
Yeah, without colliding with each other, because if you collide, the monkeys will scatter.
Okay.
It took us so long and was so funny that I was like, okay, I'll take everything back. I'm sorry. This is unexpectedly hilarious.
My heart sank when you said dance off because I think that's in the top 3 comedy tropes that have never happened in real life.
Yeah.
Like, no one's ever had a dance off or interpretive dance. That's always one that comes
Glenn,
up as
if
well.
you're going to make sweeping statements, speak for yourself.
I'm
Nobody's
going to speak for the
ever-
whole world. But it only happens in sitcoms. No one has ever been to a high school reunion, had the boss over for dinner, or had a dance off. Those
People
3
have
things have
definitely
never
been to
happened.
high school reunion.
They don't exist.
Can't say that word. What, high schools don't exist?
Yeah, high schools don't exist.
This is a tangent, but we were watching Stranger Things the other day,
Mm.
and Louisa was like, I think that high school graduations are the dumbest thing that America does this, which is not true. But she was like, I don't understand why America does high school graduations. And I was like, it's actually one of the things that I think is good.
I think it's quite sweet.
Yeah, I think it's nice to celebrate that singular achievement.
Because the bar is quite low.
Yeah,
You just had to
yeah.
finish the thing I was forced to do.
Yeah.
Well, we've imported prom for that reason, I think,
Yeah.
because everyone's gone, wait, so the main educational part of my life ends and we all just slink off in silence.
But we,
Yeah. Now you dance to Rihanna.
We've done prom. We've done prom in such a smug British
Yeah.
way, where we've gone. We're going to take your party, but we're not going to do the weird,
Valedictorian bit.
the ritualistic thing of like you must have a date.
Yeah, and the
Yeah.
king and queen.
Yeah,
We've already got one.
Yeah.
treason.
How dare you?
Yeah, about our homecoming queen consort.
Attends
Our-
every high school prom in the UK.
Our homecoming pretender. Jealous pretender. Hmm?
Yeah, then you also
Yeah.
have your homecoming viscounts and various lords. And
We have
it all gets very
we
complicated.
have a homecoming king and a homecoming queen, but they are beheaded.
Yes.
They are
At each
ritually,
prom.
yeah.
Yeah.
Pierre, what have you been playing?
Well, I was hanging out with my full and I was going to say my fully extended family. They are tall. My full extended family over Christmas.
Good
and
to
so-
air it all out.
Yeah. Which is like spring cleaning.
Of course, yeah.
Unfold all your
It's
limbs.
like a wacky waving inflatable arm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really hard to eat Christmas dinner when everyone is. It's messy. My nephew's got my nephews / my brother-in-law got a Switch 2.
Nice.
Your
We plugged
nephew
it-
is your bloke. Oh, I can't do it. I can't be fun.
Thank you,
Oh,
Elsa,
yeah.
for saving me.
Oh, Sarah's sincerity ulcer.
The ulcer. Okay, we're getting a sense of the ulcer. The ulcer going. Don't make incest jokes, please.
The ulcer of taste. It's on your tongue. We plugged it into my parents' TV, and I got a good old dose of Mario Kart. Which is
The
nice.
new open world one.
It
So
had an open world mode,
Yes,
but there was also the racing.
Yes, the Switch 2 launch title Mario Kart World. Between the races, you travel between the you manually have to travel between the races.
Yes, I think for the sake of racing against a 5-year-old and a 7-year-old, we skipped that bit.
Yeah, skip the commute.
Skip the
yeah,
commute.
yeah,
The kids will just fall asleep.
yeah.
Like a
They sat behind you
Yeah,
in the living room.
in a
yeah.
baby seat.
Yeah.
While I,
Yeah.
while I drove to the next race.
Yeah.
Every now and then I turned around and went, "Shut up!"
Yeah, stopping at the Yoshi services for our.
You have to pull into McDonald's to wake them up. Yeah.
I can't believe there's a Greg's got a tie-in deal with Mario Kart.
Mario's standing outside the toilets going, come on,
Yeah.
hurry up.
Yes, so it was nice to go back and have that kind of nostalgia hit. They've changed it a little bit since 20 years ago, whenever I last continuously played Mario Kart.
I mean, my unpopular opinion is I hate Mario Kart.
Do you?
They've
Because I
changed
get-
it a little lot, haven't they?
Well, I get really petulant about it. I hate any race in which you can be number one and then any slight issue brings you all the way to the very back of the. It's not a case of I was third and now I'm in fourth. You go, no, I was third and now I'm 17th, and that I've never ever been mature enough to get over that. So what have they changed?
You gotta have the 3 green shells circling around you like bodyguards, man.
Yeah, okay.
That's what you got to do.
Like Roman centurion formation.
Yeah.
What have they changed?
They've slightly changed how the little question marks cubes work when you drive through them.
Mm-hmm.
Can't you fly?
There's bits where you can sort of take off in a ramp and you kind of fly through little hoops.
Okay.
But it used to be.
I made this up.
Look it up.
Isn't there a bit where you have like a glider or something, and you?
If you go up off a ramp, you become a glider and go through. Little
Oh, nice. Okay,
hoops.
that's cool.
I think it's bullshit.
In what way? Who's it unfair for?
I don't think it's unfair. I just don't think it's the game.
Okay.
I don't want. I'm playing Mario Kart. Not Mario Fly.
Yeah.
This is it's Adam and Eve, not Adam.
Oh yeah, this is not the also talking, by the way. I remember seeing it for the first time. I don't know, a few years ago. Somebody had a Switch and they were playing Mario Kart, and I was like, no.
You smacked it out of their hands.
Yeah, I don't want to fly.
You don't want to fly ever?
No.
Oh.
I don't want to fly. I hate flying.
There must be a course where there's no jump. There's a few.
No.
But
Or you just impose it as a rule and go, can we just not do ramps today?
You can't. You can't avoid it.
Man.
You're forced into choosing your specific glider, which seems arbitrary because they're all gliders.
Yeah.
And then, there's sections of each course where you are just forced into the air.
When I imagine, well, the thing I noticed they changed is you go through the cube that determines your power up.
The question mark cube.
Yeah. It used to be that by going through a cube and there's someone behind you, you're denying them the cube.
Yeah.
Because it takes like a few full seconds to regenerate.
Yes.
It comes back like immediately.
Oh, I don't like that.
Oh, so it's like a revolving door.
So kind of everyone just gets a cube now.
Oh, that's kind of shitty. So if you get in there first, your power up might not be as good as the person who's directly behind you.
And it used to be
Well, it used
fun.
to.
It used to be fun if you had 2 items and you just went through a cube anyway.
Yes, just to pop
piss
it.
people off.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's a bit less aggy.
I think it should replenish straight away, but it should be like using a toilet cubicle immediately after someone else. The power up should be demonstrably worse.
And it should be a bit smelly.
Yeah.
A rotten banana. Yeah, and it's something about the control.
You have to wipe it down.
When it's going bang,
Yeah.
just Luigi putting toilet paper all around this chair of the go-kart before he gets
Princess
in.
Peach is hovering over it. Yeah.
I accidentally sort of nodded at Bowser before I went in, and I think he wants to follow me in.
The idea of spending time learning which cart to choose in the selection screen makes me so tired I want to lie down and go to bed.
It should just be purely cosmetic.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Well, these tires are different. I just go, put me down. Put me down. I hate this.
But surely you're allowed to just do, can we just play on the most simplistic?
Yeah. But the idea that the options are even there, I just think, come on.
Well, you're like nieces and nephews really into the tyre settings then.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Christmas Day was nothing but tire sheds.
Yeah.
No, they didn't seem to. They were doing it purely the way kids choose things.
Yeah.
I'll be the big gorilla. And you try and explain to them the concept of turning circles, and they just you can see their eyes just roll into the back of their head. So they'd be like, "How do you keep winning?" It'd be like, "Because I don't. I do tight
because
corners.
I'm smarter than you.
Yeah.
You can't say
I
that.
should win. I should win. That's why I should. That's why I win. Yeah.
You don't understand. That's how.
Yeah, exactly. In general, because you don't understand. Full stop.
Will I? No. No, you won't.
It will take years for you to understand all the things there are. Yeah.
I played too many games over the Christmas period to the point where, it starts to affect just your general mindset.
Yeah.
And I was using a shower in Katie's aunt's house in Newcastle.
Yeah.
And
Did she know?
Shower.
We've
She
all
did.
been there.
I was invited to use the house. But the shower had like 2 presets. You could press a button. Let's say you live with someone who likes really cold showers and you like hot showers.
Sure.
You press one button and it sets to immediately the hot temperature that you like, or you can press the other button, it goes to the immediate cold setting that they like. And I asked Katie, what's your loadout? And I realised I'm playing too many games. Yeah, there's other ways to word this.
What kind of shower loadout?
What's your build?
What kind of shower loadout you're running?
Yeah, you dual wielding shampoo and conditioner. played. I mean, look, I like to complete games. I like to get to the end credits of games.
Yes.
So I'd set myself the task of trying to finish 105 last year, and it got to New Year's Eve. And I was on the final boss of Hollow Knight Silksong, and I tried it at like 9 a.m. and I lost it. It was fine. Got to 10 a.m. and I'm like, what if I can't? And I started to get really stressed. I started to get nervous. And then I eventually defeated the final boss. And I thought, yay, I've done it. And I counted them up and realized I had finished 104 games.
What time was this?
This was at like 1 p.m. But also, everyone was out for the day. I had the day to myself. We weren't going out to the evening. I had like 6 hours free. So
Let me guess.
Yeah.
You accepted it.
Yeah, you know
You
me.
said, I've spread myself too thin. I've achieved a lot this year. This is too much.
Yeah.
I've done so well.
Yeah.
I'm going to put my feet up.
It's not what I did.
No.
No, because I'm ill. I'm gravely ill, and I needed to just do it. I was like, it's going to bother me because otherwise, what was it all for? Someone's going to know. Someone's going to know. I can't lie.
Yeah.
You locked your children in a cupboard.
Yeah, I'd had on my wish list for months a game called The Roottrees Are Dead, and I thought, do you know what? That's quite a good, fun thing to do because The Roottrees Are Dead felt a bit like when I got Return of the Obra Dinn and I just played it in one long sitting over lockdown. I just sat down and just put in a shift and just did this puzzle game. And The Roottrees Are Dead is a perfect combination of games like Obra Dinn or Golden Idol or Saints of Blake Manor and a game called Her Story, which came out years ago, which was real-life FMV footage, foot mouth vagina, of a woman in like a police...
I never said that.
Yeah. You never actually did, to be fair. Of like a woman in like a police interrogation room.
Fucking hell.
And you basically had access to the sort of police computer where you could type in any word you wanted. You could type in like the word because, and it will bring up every snippet of police interview where she used the word because.
Yeah.
And as a result, you then bring up her story as a result, and you start to fill in the blanks. What The Roottrees Are Dead is about is the entire thing takes place in like a late 90s computer screen. There is a wealthy billionaire family called the Roottrees who run like a big, sweet corporation, and the family are killed in a plane crash.
A very nice corporation or like a confectionery.
A confectionery company. They don't seem like horrible billionaires, to be fair. But you are tasked
So
with
they're
working
pretty
out.
sweet, would you say?
Yes, you are then tasked with working out who is basically entitled to the will, and you're given this huge sort of family tree, completely blank, and you basically have to find out who's related to who. You need names, occupations, and pictures of every single person in the Roottree family, and all you have access to is this very limited late 90s internet in which you can just sort of essentially Google one word at a time and Google the names.
Right. And so you're there's no Wikipedia, but there's like Yahoo News articles.
Yeah, kind of.
This
There's
is
snippets of news articles.
Ancestry.com, the game.
Essentially, yeah, you find out that someone 100 years ago featured on like Businessman's Watch of the Year magazine, and you can find his picture there because
Probate Simulator.
it's Probate Simulator. Yeah. And it's really good fun because you just get into the swing of it. It's probably a fun one to return to over the course of a few days, but also I did it in one very long, satisfying sitting. I really recommend it.
Did you have a moment of fun?
Yeah, I loved it. I was stressed. I was
Picture the
stressed.
scene. New Year's Eve.
No. New Year's Eve implies the evening. This wasn't evening, but I went out in the evening.
How long?
I had a sociable and fun New Year's Eve
How long
evening.
did it take you?
4 hours?
Okay,
Imagine the stress.
but you've said you had fun.
Yeah.
I doubt it. I doubt you've ever had fun in your life.
Minus the
You never smiled. And when was the last time someone smiled at you?
minus the fun that you had by completing your psychotic bet with yourself.
Yeah.
What were your
Subtract
family
that.
doing that day?
People were out and about. People were coming back here. It's because I was just...
The fair was in town.
the fair was in town. No, I'd been out in the morning and it was just, I've just got time to myself in the afternoon. And then I was seeing everyone again in the evening. So it was kind of, it was fine. It was nice.
Yeah, I bet.
Also, after the busy Christmas period, you were a bit socialed out to some extent. So what better to do than to work out someone else's intricate family tree? Who
We
aren't
are.
real.
We're the opposite of people.
Yeah.
We're the opposite of people, and you make me angry. I can't think of anything worse than having a deadline to work out somebody else's family tree.
I think it really spurred me on. I liked it. I could have, if I'd gotten too stressed, and I still would have wanted to have finished this. There are plenty of games that I know that are like on Steam for free that are like 15 minutes long.
Sure.
could have just done that. But I was so engaged in the Roottrees Are Dead that I really had an excellent time.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd recommend it.
Good for you.
You like Aberdeen? You'd have a brilliant time.
I
with
think
it.
I would.
It's not as macabre as the Aberdeen. Like very little of it's about death.
Pierre would do it leisurely. And if he didn't do it, he wouldn't consider it some kind of terrible failure.
I like the clues element it gives you of. So like the first thing you're given is like this magazine article with the three girls who've been killed in this plane crash. Of them on the front cover of a magazine, and you can find out, and you don't know who's who, and you find individual snippets of like one girl said like, "Oh my god, I idolize her so much. I want to get my ears pierced like her when I grow up." So you go, okay, the one with the ears piercing. One of them got engaged a few months ago. Who's the one wearing the ring?
Right.
And then
one of them says, "I love wearing my bear mask."
Yeah, then that's like the easy
Yeah.
tutorial, and then from then on, it then gets a lot more complex, and you don't know which side of the family is a furry, for instance, and that sort of like huge swathes of the family are furry.
Spoilers, they all are.
I love spending my family's confectionery money on realistic hairy suits.
Yeah.
It's Uncle Foxblood. It's his online handle.
Yeah. So the Roottrees Are Furries, you can get that on Steam. Heartily recommend it. Right, this brings us on to our topic of the day.
Yeah.
We're going to revisit a topic that we did in September, where we did a bit of a predictions game.
Yes.
Over the autumn period of games that were going to come out in the autumn, we each chose 3 and a backup of things that we liked the look of. Not necessarily games that we were like, I think that's going to be the best, most critically high-rated game of the year. Just ones we like the look of. And this was going to be this was going to determine who of us had the best taste when those games came out. So each of us had 3 games that were coming out between September and December, and 1 backup just in case any got delayed or cancelled, because since COVID that seems to happen a hell of a lot. I've worked out what the highest possible score we were looking to reach was.
Yes.
So from when we did this episode in September, the 3 highest rated games that then came out after that episode, Hollow Knight Silksong came out the next day. That got a 90 on Metacritic. The Seance of Blake Manor, one of my favourite games of last year, 89. And Hades 2, which got 95.
Whoa.
So we're looking to beat a total of 274 points. Do you want to know how you all did?
Not really.
Oh my
Sarah,
God.
your games were Baby Steps, By Sweet Carol, Chronos the New Dawn, and your backup was Winter Burrow.
Christ.
I had Ghost of Yote, Strange Antiquities, Mixtape, and my backup was Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. Pierre, you had the brilliant Call of Duty Black Ops 7 that we loved. Mouse PI for Hire, Scarlet Deer Inn, and you actually had 2 backups. You had The Eternal Life of Goldman, and then you replaced that at the last second with Kingmakers. So, Sarah, Baby Steps got 77 on Metacritic.
I'll take that.
Yeah, that's not bad. By Sweet Carol, I didn't enjoy it, 69, and I think that's probably a fair score. Chronos the New Dawn got 77. You didn't need to use your backup Winter Burrow, which was actually the lowest rated of those games, which was 67 on Metacritic. You got a total of 223, which when you're looking to reach 274, that's not too bad.
Solid.
That's better than I thought it was going to be.
2 of my 3 main games came out. Ghost of Yote came out with 86. That's very high indeed, and unlucky to miss out on a Game of the Year Awards nomination. Strange Antiquities, which I loved, 81. Mixtape hasn't come out yet. Got immediately pushed back to 2026. My backup was Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, one of the most critically acclaimed Nintendo series. This is their worst rated game, and it got 78. But that's not too bad. But they gave me a total of 245, which means I do beat you, kids.
Yeah.
Yes.
But have
well
you,
done.
but have you beaten me?
You picked Call of Duty Black Ops 7, which got 65, and I think is one of the lowest ever rated Call of Duty games. But don't worry, because you also had Mouse PI for Hire,
But
which has
at
been
least
delayed.
you enjoyed it.
Yeah. At least I loved hearing their 90s movie sass. And
Oh my gosh. Yeah, let's get out there. I got to work on my tan. I felt humiliated playing it. I felt so scared someone was going to come in.
playing it every time it wasn't the end of the game, I would sigh and go, "Oh, good, more game."
It was so like a sincere version of Starship Troopers.
Yeah,
almost.
yeah.
Fighting like big bosses, which were just large soldiers, like skyscraper tall soldiers.
Or just like a big robot.
The way I described it on social media is, God, your cousin's going to go wild for it. It is a cousin game. Back on 65. Mouse PI for Hire has been delayed until March the 19th of this year. But don't worry, because you also had the Scarlet Deer Inn, which has been delayed with no year in sight. But that's okay, because your backup was The Eternal Life of Goldman, which has been delayed with no year provided. And that's okay, because you switched that out with Kingmakers, which has been delayed indefinitely. Yeah, your one game netted you a total of 65, meaning I beat you by nearly 200 points. So there we have it.
And it's a game I didn't like.
But that's why we're going to revisit this. We've got the whole year now. We have the luxury. We started Button Boys in like July last year. We didn't have much of a chance.
Yeah.
So this time we really, really can.
We're still doing 3.
We're doing 3 and a backup.
3 for the
We're
whole
also going to
year.
mix things up slightly. I thought we could choose from our 3 a maximum of 2 games which are classified generally as AAA. Your big, huge hitters. So last year, that would have been, for instance, like a Call of Duty, a game that is expected to sell millions of copies, one that comes from like a huge studio.
We can't think of any game like that coming out this year.
No, not a single one. We're going to give you a maximum of 2. Your third one and your backup are not allowed to be AAA. We're also going to revisit this in about 6 months' time because a lot of the best games of the year haven't even been announced yet, and we don't even know they exist. So in 6 months' time, we're going to revisit it. If any of our games have been pushed back into 2027 or beyond, we can switch them out with one that has been announced from like between January and June, and also you're allowed to switch out your backup. So with that in mind, Pierre, because you came last, quite profoundly so,
Yes.
I'm going to let you choose first. Remember, when a game is chosen, it is off the table and the rest of us aren't allowed to select it.
Well, I want this contest to be real, in the sense that I'm happy to leave.
But you have to play it in a shrewd way. You want to win.
Oh, just take it.
I want
Just take it,
Take
man.
it. We won't
here's
look.
here's what I want.
Yeah, right?
I want to choose games that I'm going to buy and play anyway, and for the universe to magically reward that and decide that I'm great and what I like is good.
Pierre,
So by this podcast coming out,
it won't.
Activision Blizzard will listen.
Yeah.
And they'll go, we should probably put in a few extra shifts.
Fine,
yeah.
we'll finish Kingmaker.
Yes.
No,
You want to manifest a grinding culture.
But it's what I mean is, so there's 2 versions of this game that we're playing.
Yeah.
So there's one version in which the game is, regardless of your own feelings, gamble on what you think the industry will like.
Play to
Yes.
win.
But also
Play to win.
But ultimately, this is a gauge of our taste, and we're trying to work out who has the best taste.
But are we playing
that's
for
a different game.
taste, or are we
That's
playing
a different
to win?
game.
I think those 2 things can meet. I don't think they're
They
mutually
can.
exclusive.
They cross
'cause
over
if
a
I'm
bit.
going to pick games that I think will win, they're not necessarily the ones I'm most excited.
Go with what you're most excited.
But that's
then
what
I
I'm.
shall
That's what I'm
lose.
saying.
Then let's do that. Let's play it honestly. Because, for instance, let's say, and it
Then
never
I
is.
shall eat humble bum this time next year.
For instance, let's say that inexplicably,
I really like that.
Thank you. That is
Humble-
exactly P.S.
But also
You're
not
sense of
eating
humour.
humble ass.
But not
Yeah.
humble bum. Humble bum.
Humble bum. Yeah.
Humble bum.
Because let's say inexplicably, the Madden series would always be one of the highest rated games of the year.
Yeah.
If they were, it would be so dishonest of me to go, that's in my top 3 because I've never played one.
But that's what I mean.
Yeah.
So when it's like, oh, you go first for me,
Yeah.
it's like, well, I'm going to pick what I'm going to pick anyway.
Okay.
And I don't think I'm going to win.
Okay.
But we'll just play it. We'll play it honestly, authentically.
Yeah.
The cards will fall where they
Yeah.
fall, and we'll judge people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You know?
With that in mind.
Hostage to fortune. I'm happy with that.
Okay.
Okay.
That sounded like your first game.
Hostage to fortune.
Button Boys.
So there's 2 games coming out this year that both fulfill my infinite need to fight World War II over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
And they both have the word strike in the title. And
Okay.
I find it quite difficult. It's a big year for games called
Yeah.
Strike something or something Strike. I'm not sure which one to choose. They're very similar.
I don't know what either of these could be.
So Panzer Strike,
Okay.
which is a bit on the nose. I know, yeah, exactly. Well, you guys were like, you go first. I was like, I don't think there's any advantage. You choose. Like letting the vegan go first at the fucking barbecue. It's like, nothing choice is going to be taken away from this.
Yeah.
Panzer Strike is like, I don't know if you remember the games Blitzkrieg.
Yeah, I remember that.
So Blitzkrieg.
Never played it.
It's one of the only strategy games to ever be in a line of Peep Show dialogue. Because early on in Peep Show, David Mitchell's character is playing Blitzkrieg.
Right, okay.
And it gets really addicted to it and
Yeah.
it ruins his life. And it's Panzer Strike is like Blitzkrieg from the noughties, but like it's a modern game that they've made deliberately look like those sort of isometric, those top
Like
down
late 90s.
late
kind of
90s,
game.
early
Yeah, yeah.
noughties, and they've done a new one.
Okay.
And it's really interesting watching the preview on Steam of the gameplay because it looks exactly like it, but a bit better. Like the explosions actually look good. It's like good explosions within a kind of slightly
Yeah.
top-down, slightly pixely world.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my dream, is for someone to just remake things. That visual style appeals to me so much more
Yeah.
than shit 3D. Sudden Strike 5,
You're only allowed one.
I know. I'm picking between the two of these.
Okay.
Sudden Strike 5 is a more 3D, more advanced kind of top-down thing. If I showed you screenshots from both of them, I'd pay you £100 if you could pick the difference. If you could pick between them.
Yeah. They're the same picture mean. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a top-down of a tiger tank going through some ruins.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Panzer Strike. I'm going to bet nostalgia's going to win out.
It's got a classier name.
Yeah. Panzer Strike, nostalgia.
Mm-hmm.
That's my nostalgia bet.
Okay.
I think enough game reviewers are of my generation or older that they're going to be like, oh, fucking great, thank God.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's my bet.
Sarah, I think you came second. You get to go second.
I did go first last time we did this, so I don't mind if you go second now.
That's very generous of you. I think it's a risk to take the really obvious one. The reason being that this game has been delayed a couple of times already. In fact, it should have come out in September last year. It got pushed to May this year, and now it's been pushed to November. And it's been pushed to so late in the year, I wouldn't be surprised if it slides further. Also, it's been pushed so far that I don't think it's eligible for like Golden Joystick or Game of the Year awards or anything like that. But I think you just need to go for it. And I am going to take GTA 6 off the table.
Big bet.
No
And I don't think that's me
Big
being
bet.
basic bitch, because Red Dead Redemption 2 is one of my favorite games of all time. That was the last game they made. GTA I don't like as much as a series, but knowing the amount of effort that Rockstar put into games and how much effort into the detail and making such rich, dense worlds, and the size and scale of this of returning to Vice City and the surrounding areas, I think this will inarguably be one of the best games of all time. It is a slight concern that Dan Houser, who's always been the creative lead on those games and sort of wrote the storyline for Red Dead Redemption 2, hasn't really been involved in this one and left Rockstar and started up his own company. That might damage it slightly, but knowing the incredible creative team behind it, in the same way that if Naughty Dog had a game coming out this year, if Intergalactic The Heretic Prophet was coming out this year, that'd be top of my list, because I just trust them. They could make a game of any genre and I'd be into it. So this could be a big risk, because if this goes, then I'm completely screwed. But I am going to go with GTA 6. I think that's a very safe bet. Okay.
Fair
Sarah.
enough.
Was that going to be on your list?
I hadn't decided yet.
Okay.
It was sort of one of those ones where it's like, I'm for the win, tempting.
Yeah.
And I am actually really excited to play it. So I don't know why I was hesitating. Pride, I think.
Yeah, no, it's fair enough.
Exclusively Pride. In fact, Pride is leading me to choose what could be a risky choice for my first one. But if this game, having watched the trailers, if this game delivers on what it's promised, I think it could be incredible. I'm going for Grave Seasons.
You have taken one off my list.
Ah.
Yeah. I really, really like the look of Grave Seasons. Tell us all about it.
It is a farming sim. Slightly different style to Stardew Valley, but not worlds apart, because I think it's, instead of having that kind of almost Pokemon-esque like gameplay style, it's slightly more 3D. I think you follow your character around a bit more. So it's a farming sim in a similar vein. You join a village, you're getting to know all of the people that live there, but there is a supernatural serial killer on the loose. Strange things start occurring in the village, and you have to investigate what is going on. But the most exciting thing, and if this is true, then it's going to be unbelievable, is that each time you play the game, the serial killer is randomized.
No.
Yeah.
I didn't know that element.
So
That's great.
This is what they're claiming. So it's not the same each time. And if that is true, I think this could be absolutely massive.
Well, one thing that really struck me about it is it said that obviously, just like with Stardew, there are dating options, and it said you can date the killer. So I don't know if it's a case if you can date them knowing or not knowing.
It caters to everybody's fetishes.
But I was talking to Katie and I were driving back from Newcastle yesterday.
You can continue to visit them in prison.
Yeah.
You can write to them.
Yeah. Press circle to put your hand up on the glass and keep the phone up to your ear. I was driving back from Newcastle yesterday, and I was telling Katie about my choices, and Grave Season was going to be on there, and I was like, in its simplest terms, it's Stardew Valley, but you don't know that one of the other villagers is a serial killer, and that's just such a great concept.
It's crazy.
It looks really nice as well. You're right about the art style. It's like Stardew Valley's art style, but like 2 generations ahead, kind of. But yeah, I think that's a really solid bet. And also, you've gone for one that isn't AAA, so you've still got 2 AAA options left if you so wish to have them.
You kind of need this shift in style from Stardew Valley to be slightly following your character to add to this horror.
Yes.
Because if you can see everything that happens and somebody just walks onto the screen like they would in Stardew Valley, you go like, oh, a monster.
Yes.
You need things concealed.
Yeah.
Yes, if you could just watch a pixel sprite stab another pixel sprite in the back of the head
Yeah.
from like over a wall 3 fields away. It's not as threatening.
Yeah. Pierre, your second choice. Is this going to be another one of the strike ones?
No strike.
Okay.
I'm on. It's January. I'm on a diet. One strike.
Yeah.
One strike game.
Yeah.
I would be fascinated to do a kind of. I guess you could ask a AI to do this because a human it would take ages, and I can't be asked. But what's the most commonly used word like strike or crown or sword in these game titles?
Mobile games have probably completely upended this, and
Yeah.
Kingdom is probably the biggest
Kingdom
one,
is
I reckon.
yeah.
enormous.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay.
Tentacle.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
All the big hitters. It's got to be Hell Let Loose Vietnam, baby.
It makes sense.
Crank up Fortunate Son and get in a helicopter. Point the cannon at you. I hope they have the music in it. They have to.
What's how have they mixed this one up from Hell Let Loose?
Well, it's different because I put on my slight, not socially unacceptable, but socially suspicious military history hat.
Let's put on my autism type.
Do you ever take that hat off?
I think I allow it to be seen. It's never off, but I decloak it sometimes.
Yes. Let me lower my hood.
I've got friends who will come to me ashamed and ask me questions about armored vehicles.
Urges.
Armored vehicles in Ukraine.
Yeah.
I just want to understand it because it's current affairs.
Yeah.
Say this.
You're not here.
No judgment here, friend. Come in. The BTR 60 was first manufactured. Producer Ben is nodding. He's got the disease.
Yeah.
It's different because the wars were different. So World War II, broadly speaking, you've got two armies with tanks and planes, and they fight. Whereas that happened a couple of times in the Vietnam War, sure, but it wasn't the same at all. You've got the Viet Cong element, guys hiding in the jungle, going through tunnels, popping out, doing ambushes.
Yeah.
How loose do you think the hell will be?
It's true. I think it's going to be pretty loose. But I think it's going to be loose in a much more frightening sort of jungle combat way. I'm also very excited to see how they deal with generating, and these maps are huge.
Yeah.
And generating a huge map of jungle, of lots of leaves, individual items like that, like the lag or the processing power.
When you say generating, are the maps procedurally generated?
No.
Okay.
But you still have to load them up and be live on a server playing online.
Yeah.
With 100 people, with different connections and the server connections. And
You have to kind of be, all be seeing the same thing at the same time.
Exactly.
Whoa.
And in Hell Let Loose, there was a while they fixed it. But if you turned your graphic settings down really low, because you had a slower computer or whatever, you could actually see people in a cornfield.
Because it wouldn't load the corn.
It would load like a kind of like random little jaggedy lines of corn, and you just be like, fucking guys right there. So it would be like the Vietnam War if the Americans could just delete the jungle, which they did try to do with Agent Orange.
Also very, very funny to do it on someone's farm and they're like, my harvest! Corn's gone pixelated again.
No, they got pixel corn next door.
Dad, I don't want to have two-dimensional beats again. Do you have a team in mind that you're like, I'm excited to play as Viet Cong or I'm excited to play as the US?
Both. I think I want at some point to be in a helicopter in the US side, blasting out classic Vietnam era music. And I want to sneak through a tunnel with a knife between my teeth in the Viet Cong. And I want to see how they do it.
These are crazy New Year's resolutions.
Yeah.
New year, new me.
It's all tunnel stuff.
Yeah.
This year it's all tunnel stuff. I want to look back at the end of the year
and see nothing. Darkness.
One ambush a month.
I'm going to take off the table my second AAA game. I'm going to take Resident Evil Requiem. I think this is due out in the first half of the year, and it feels pretty safe that that's not going to get delayed. I'm really, really excited about this because I love the Resident Evil series. This one features the return of Leon Kennedy, which I'm not particularly fussed about, but also a brand new character. And the way it works is that Leon Kennedy, like in Resident Evil 4, is your more sort of action-packed hero who can sort of mow zombies down. But also you're playing as a new character who is completely, quite low on weaponry, potentially can't fight. And that is the real sort of horror side of the game combined with this action side. So having two protagonists makes it more exciting. And also, the entire game can be played in first person, the entire game can be played in third person, or they have a great option which is scene by scene, you can say to the game, what did you have in mind for me?
Ooh.
And the game will switch to it accordingly. I think what it
So
will
you're
mean
going to
is...
say, or they have a third option where you don't play the game.
yeah. And it just spits out the disc and
yeah.
severs your arteries.
And you sleep well at night.
Yeah.
You got a tasting menu option.
A tasting menu option.
You can say to the game, what does the chef recommend?
Yes. First person is particularly good today. I think
But
what
you know,
they
that's
probably
just gonna
mean...
be, it's just going to be the scariest version.
No, but that's good because what it
The
means
chef
is...
has been spawning enemies all morning.
I recommend the symbiote. So you're basically. I think what that means is for all of the defenseless characters scenes, you will be a first person because that is obviously more visceral and terrifying. And for the more action packed stuff, it makes sense to have that over the shoulder third person camera perspective that Resident Evil 4 basically sort of invented. They're always good. They're always good, Resident Evil, ever since they sort of completely reinvented it with Resident Evil 7, which was the Deep South Louisiana one. They've all been so solid. The remakes have been great of 2 and 4, not 3. Resident Evil Village was great. It's just going to be
I have a series of questions, having never played a Resident Evil game. What are they?
So it's survival horror, and what it really pioneered back in the 90s...
Is it zombies?
It is zombies, yeah.
Because I watched
it starts off
this-
as zombies. They do escalate into just beasts.
Because I watched the trailer
Sure.
for this new one, and there's a bit in the trailer where there's a guy talking, and then somebody comes out of the darkness and puts a bag on his head,
Yeah.
chokes him.
Yeah.
That's a clever zombie.
It's so Resident Evil, the original one, where you're investigating this Spencer mansion, was just full of zombies. And then later on in the game, I think this is Capcom having a bit of a misstep. What they always tend to do is they tend to go, I think you're used to the zombies now. What's scarier? Something bigger. And you go, no, bigger isn't always scary. So like sometimes it'd be like a massive alligator or something, and you go, oh yeah. And then the final boss
I
is
am
always
far
like
more scared of zombies than I am alligators.
exactly. And it's always like some big, enormous tentacle
If
beast.
somebody said, don't go in there, there's alligators, I'd go, that seems to be expected.
I've been
If
to
somebody said,
SeaWorld,
don't go in there, there's zombies, I'd
Okay, what do you mean?
scream and run.
Yeah.
They've got kaiju disease.
Yeah.
They can't stop making the end of the game a kaiju. And it just has to be a giant squid or a giant zombie squid or a giant zombie person that somehow become big.
This happened to Nemesis. Nemesis got bigger and bigger and bigger. But they always introduce, there's always
Feels
exciting
very
things.
Sharknado.
Bit
Yeah.
Sharknado. Yeah, kind of. Resident Evil 2 had this extra enemy of Mr. X, who was just this large man in sort of like a trilby and an overcoat, like an old
Talked
detective.
about him before.
Yeah, and he would just stalk you around the police
Fourth wall
station.
breaking.
Yeah, absolutely terrifying. So I hope they have something like that. Resident Evil Village changed it with like werewolves and the big Lady Dimitrescu, who was like 9 foot tall and dressed like some sort of Cinderella villain. So they always sort of mix it up, but I think Resident Evil Requiem should
The
just
big
be
lady.
genuinely
They really ran out of ideas.
big
at that
lady.
point.
Yeah, that's all it was, just big lady.
Imagine a
I
really
don't
big
know.
lady.
I guess I think maybe like a big lady.
People start to get like she started to get like really fetishized, and people start to get. I think it kind of had
Yeah,
the
of course she
unintended
did.
effect.
She's a big lady.
Yeah, everyone was sort of like, it got very stuck on
And
me.
a
Mummy.
vampire.
A lady, you say?
And a vampire.
Yeah, I was listening to a podcast from like a professional games company, and this girl was sort of saying like her and her boyfriend, she was like, we both have different attractions to Lady Dimitrescu. For me, it's more sort of like I want to be stepped on by her. For my boyfriend, it's more like sort of ass based. He wants her ass in his face. And I'm like, you're at work. You're at work. Show some fucking respect. You're at work.
Ass based.
Yeah. Unbelievable. And it was so
You
I
can't say ass-based. Like, that is a fetish.
ass adjacent. Yeah.
Ass is inherently sexual.
Yeah.
you
I've got
can't-
a real sex fetish. It doesn't make
Yeah.
sense.
I love genitals.
Yeah.
Shoot me.
Yeah.
You know?
Clip that.
This is set in Raccoon City.
Also didn't stop me saying that.
Most controversial episode ever. Cut it like Jinx, like you're admitting to a murder in a bathroom. Black and white.
Was this on?
We got it on tape. Liberal Obama got him. But this is set in Raccoon City, which is where Resident Evil 2 was set, and it makes a lot of sense for it to just be predominantly zombie based. So I'm really excited about that. I don't think it's basic bitch. I think that's a really, really safe bet, and I know I'm gonna love it.
Is it a requiem?
I don't know.
Or they're just using that word.
I think they're just using that word.
That's another game title word. They just go, Sonic
yeah.
Requiem.
Yeah, and you
go, right.
Are we in John Wick?
You're right. So Tails has composed a harpsichord tune to memorialize Sonic because he's dead. Is that what's happened, is it? I'm not even sure that's right.
Pushing my contact lenses.
Yeah. Putting my own eyelids up. Taking off my military history hat and putting on my shabby, half understanding classical music words hat. At best, half.
The idea of ripping your eyelids off in surprise. Horrible.
So I got my 2 AAAs out the way.
Okay.
Keys. You're number 2.
I'm torn between 2 big uns.
Okay.
And then
Never mind me and Glenn. Why?
but back to the game.
Humor. Okay.
I think it's very safe because you know what arena Pierre's dabbling in, and you know that both my AAs are off the both my AAAs are off the table.
This is true.
The arena of conflict.
You haven't mentioned AAs yet.
So I think you're safe to go with whatever you so wish, and you're allowed to do 2 AAAs. Remember?
I'm gonna have. Fuck it. I'm gonna have 007 First Light.
Ooh.
That was going to be my backup if GTA or Resident Evil went. I think that is
Nice.
if we were allowed 3 AAAs, I would have attempted to make it my 3rd.
It looks good. It's franchisey. It's very exciting. It's the Hitman people, so it can't be bad.
How do you feel about young Bond?
I don't feel particularly attached to Bond in general, so I don't mind. And actually, I watched Die Another Day with my dad over Christmas. And Pierce Brosnan is 49 in that film.
Yeah.
And it shows.
Yeah.
So
one of the maddest.
It feels like he wrote that film.
I felt attached to that film because I watched it as a child.
Yes.
And I was like, Louisa was there as well. And I was like, guys, it's good. Guys, no, seriously, guys, it's good.
John Cleese is cute.
It's a good film. And then we started it, and the opening sequence is quite fun. It's very
In
Bond.
Korea?
Yeah, it's very Bond. He's
Madonna
on
music
a
video.
hovercraft. There's a minefield, and I was like, it's good, guys. It's so good. And then it just really went downhill.
Yeah.
So fast.
Yeah. After the intro, it's like.
The dialogue is humiliating. It's horrible innuendo puns, wall to wall. The cast is incredible.
Yeah.
Rosamund Pike,
Oh
Halle
my God,
Berry.
she's the Bond girl.
Yeah.
Rosamund Pike and Halle Berry.
Yeah.
The figs bit's a bit weird
Yeah.
because I'm like, that's like quite turd like in terms of like constipation.
Fibre.
Yeah, it feels very weird where she's like, the figs aid digestion. She doesn't say that, but in my head, that's what she does.
They keep me regular. I'm pooping all the time, Mr. Bond. Or you.
I give it 25 minutes.
I'll give you 25 minutes.
Diarrhea another day. Another diarrhea.
A man of your age really ought to be eating plenty of fibre, Bond. So good chicks.
Just let me get my knee brace on. Now.
Yes.
So, this won't be like that. This looks just like Hitman.
Yeah.
It looks just like Hitman. The young Bond looks a bit
feels-
rugby lad. He looks a bit like that. You've just been tossing the pill a bit of that awful advert.
But that is
With
Bond,
Chugsy.
right?
That's what it reminded me of.
It feels like Hitman,
Big coat and shorts.
Uncharted
Yeah.
vibes. It's just going to be good, I think.
Yeah, I think that's a
Yeah.
really safe bet.
Yeah.
Pierre, what are you going to go for?
I think I'm going to go for My Arms Are Longer Now.
Nice. Very small
Yes.
title. Looks
Australian, I think.
looks stupid as hell.
Yeah, it reminded me a lot of sort of things a bit like Untitled Goose Game, that kind of humor. It's a funny game. It's a sort of comedy game. And Thank Goodness You're Here. It has that kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Basically, you control a big long arm that kind of does heists. And it sort of goes in through situations. So you're top down looking at like a backyard barbecue for someone's birthday.
Yeah.
And the arm's going like, and you're having to control the arm to try and steal something.
Right.
And there's like an actual bank or whatever. And it seems to be very, very indie, not necessarily like one person development, but maybe like 4.
Yeah.
Something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Judging by the general vibe. And like the updates on YouTube are delivered by 2 quite cool looking people who are like young. So it's a bit of a gamble because what if they get distracted by TikTok? And the game
That
doesn't
is a
come out.
concern. It's a major concern.
That is a
actually.
warning.
So,
if you're listening.
It's the game development version of Dutch elm disease.
You're playing with fire, my friend. You are playing with fire.
So that's what I'm going for.
Okay, that's fair enough. Okay.
Yeah, I think it'll be. I think if it comes out this year, it'll be very highly rated because of it's such a funny idea, and I trust the sense of humor,
Yeah.
which is not a common thing. We've discussed how bad game humor often is.
Oh dear, we need
This,
to do an
I think,
episode
will be good.
I want to do an episode on it, but I think we'll just be mean.
Patreon only.
Yeah.
Patreon bitch fest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, right. That's good. So that's your main. You've got your main three locked in,
my
and you
main
still have
three.
a backup left. Okay, my third one. I'm going to go with a game called Esoteric Ebb, which is very cartoony art style. It's isometric. It's basically Disco Elysium, but fantasy medieval night. I got to play this at like a Games Expo about 6 months ago, and it was very sort of new, very janky, but it did look fun and it did look quirky. I will play anything in that Disco Elysium style.
Yeah.
Where just it's lots of dialogue options coming from lots of different sort of angles and having that sort of sense of just a very intelligent person behind it, where you go, just tell me what I need to. I don't. You were cleverer than me.
I think you play Disco Elysium as like a methadone for like just reading fiction.
Yeah.
It's like I love reading loads of words and there's a story.
Yeah.
Someone clever's written it. It's like a book.
Yeah, I wish I could turn the computer screen over. I think
You're
the
going to be
art style's great.
unstoppable when you discover libraries.
The art style looks a bit like Sable or something like that. It just it's there aren't many games that look like it, and it just looks quite cool to play as someone in a big sort of crusader sort of helmet, just wandering around in what appears to be the afterlife. It was very disorientating when I played a demo version of it, but that is mine. I thought it'd be quite a safe bet that none of you would choose, but that is my third choice. It doesn't have a set date. It is set for 2026. I hope it doesn't get pushed any further. Sarah, you're number 3.
There's so many good games
Yeah.
Yeah.
that apparently are coming out. And I don't know whether to go for... I'm tempted to do what Pierre just did and go for one that looks really silly.
There's so many more good games coming out, it feels like, every year than the equivalently good TV shows.
Yeah, that's an interesting point. It's improving as a medium.
It is.
Games aren't getting worse. Some of the AAA games are getting lazier.
Yeah.
I do firmly believe that the FIFA-esque games that are just churned out, and like with Call of Duty, they're not improving.
I've never had a year where I've had like between 20 and 30 TV shows that I've watched and loved.
Yeah.
That would be so many.
Yeah.
There's like 7. Whereas this list of
Yeah,
what's coming out
if you
this
have
year.
like 2 or 3 shows that you're watching at the same time, you feel very like a gold rush.
Yeah.
We can actually make a decision what we're watching.
You go,
Oh, Severance, and maybe we catch up with exactly.
Yeah.
and you're like, when we finish this, we know we've got that thing coming.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas
Yes.
right now it's Traitors in bed because it's January.
You watch traitors huddled around a candle.
Yes,
Those cloaks look warm.
yes. We must ration the traitors.
Oh, sun went down at 3 again. Watch a show about lying.
Louisa and I watched all 3 episodes of The Traitors last week, and then when the 3rd one ended, I thought we've really blown our load here. Why the fuck would
I've saved the 3rd one.
have it? It's such a good idea. I was
Yeah.
like, why?
I think it's...
What are we going to do till Wednesday? Looked at her, talk to each other.
Yeah. I'm nervous going to the 3rd one. I'm like, which non-white person are they going to eliminate next?
Horrifying.
That's what we've been talking about.
So it's every series. It's every series. It's insane.
It's so
I,
funny.
On the day that the ulcer on my tongue was the most swollen it could have been, ranted to Louisa. I mean, she had so much patience for me about this very thing because I figured out why it happens. Would you like me to tell you? This is going to be a big tangent.
Put it in the
podcast.
Patreon.
Yeah.
Patreon?
Okay, a Patreon. I'll tell you my
Right.
theory.
Yeah, also, by the way, now is a good time to plug the Patreon. It's not just us giving spicy takes and showing Sarah's tongue. There's a lot of that. It's a lot of that.
It's mainly that.
It is
What's
the price.
wrong with that?
It is the price of about a pint. It's probably cheaper than a pint.
It is.
People will
a
pay
month.
more than that for the tongue.
And you get an entire extra episode every single week, plus access to every single Patreon episode that we did last year, in which we did a playthrough of Dark Souls. But we give our gaming gripes, your gripes as well. We have general gaming chat, and from today, we are starting a playthrough of Hitman World of Assassination, going level by level, treating it as a book club. We'll be chatting about that in the Patreon. It'd be lovely to have you there. If you just want to sign up to the free tier, you get access to our Discord. So you can chat with us. You can chat with hundreds and hundreds of other people who listen to the podcast, and you can chat games. And also, we'll occasionally put out a punt and be like, hey, what are the best video game romance options? And you can put your suggestions, and you might even just get read out on the podcast.
If you join the Discord, you can tell us what you want to see as well. Like if you want to see Pierre's tongue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll rotate.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Let us know.
And so will the tongues.
Button Boys.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to gamble on silly, and then I'm going to use it. I'll go for a backup big one.
Okay.
My silly choice, which I think I'm going to end up regretting, is Mewgenics.
Mewgenics. So am I right in thinking it's like an early access now? I've heard people on podcasts like talking about
Some people
playing
are talking about it. I watched a lot about it yesterday. If it's good, I think it's going to be really cult fun.
Yeah.
Where you basically breed an army of cats, build an army of crossbred cats,
Yeah.
and then send them into battle.
Cool.
I think.
All right.
Yeah.
That's as much as I know. It's two game developers coming together on this.
Do you reckon this is a case of title came first, then the game?
Yeah.
Then reverse engineering went,
I
what
think
would that game be?
I do
I think
think
the
that.
idea has been in the works for quite a long time.
It might be a comic book or something, actually. I might be making that up. I think it's like a pre-existing
I think,
thing.
yeah, it's been floating around the ether for a while.
Right. It probably isn't like this, but the thing it reminds me vaguely of is, are you familiar with the game Cult of a Lamb?
No.
Yes.
Yeah, I think this feels very up your street, I think, where by night, it's like a Hades-esque sort of roguelite in which you're going through a series of dungeons and trying to progress further and get resources. And during the day, you run a cult of of sheep. And you basically just keep them all happy, and you can be evil in terms of how you're sort of running your little lamb community. And you can resurrect their dead bodies, and you can hold sort of weird sort of pagan rituals to keep them happy and under your thumb. This feels a bit like that. People doing twisted things with animals, like Happy Tree Friends.
Oh, yeah. God.
Yeah, it says build the ultimate cat army through tactical breeding and send them into deep, challenging turn-based adventures.
For such a problematic concept, it does sound just fun.
It does sound like
it doesn't
a laugh.
sound in any way like,
Yeah.
oh, like if this was just human eugenics.
yeah.
You're like, that's a shame.
Yeah, they had to make it cats for us all to get on board.
Yeah,
Can't
exactly.
wait to see what creepy kitties I make.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love it if someone fully had written out the concept first and they didn't have a title, and then someone went, oh, fuck, it's Mewgenics. Like, of course it's that.
Yeah.
That would have felt like a brilliant... You treat yourself to fish and chips.
You wake up in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
It's
Like,
Mewgenics. Yeah.
Okay.
We had a moment like that over Christmas. This is a tangent. I keep tangenting. My brother had a baby, and
Congratulations.
people kept asking my dad what he wanted to be called, because that's apparently what happens.
Yes.
You want to be granddad or grandpa or papa or whatever. My dad, his name is Francis, woke up bolt upright, middle of the night. He ran downstairs, staring us all in the face. He's Frandad. He's now Frandad.
Nice.
It sounds like
staring us in the face. I'm Frandad.
it sounds weirdly like non-binary.
Yeah.
Oh, the term is Frandad.
It's Frandad.
Yes,
Oh,
yeah.
okay, yeah, that makes sense.
That's the third term.
Yeah. Frandad's great. So, and he is actually going to be known as Frandad.
Yeah, it's happening.
Nice.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, the kid's probably going to get told off for like mispronouncing stuff by teachers and be like, no, genuinely, my Frandad is picking me up. Like that.
We think she has a speech impediment, but it's just with the word
Yeah,
granddad.
it's just Frandad.
Yeah, my phone thinks I'm doing that. Every time I write Frandad, it's like, I think you mean granddad. I'm like, I said what I said.
That's your three, right?
That's my three.
We're now moving on to our backups, which we can switch out in June if it looks like they're going to get delayed well into next year.
Mm-hmm.
What's your backup?
Book smugglers.
It's quite up your street, I think.
Yeah, which is what it's called when you wear Speedos that can have a book in. Book smugglers is some kind of... It's not dystopian because it's sort of clearly in the past. Like the guns are like revolvers and things. And
Yeah.
It was going through like villages and stuff. But you're part of a community of book smugglers in a kind of dystopian seeming dictatory, suppressive society trying to keep cultural knowledge alive. And there's a kind of start of the Soviet Union crush the local folklore aspect to what's going on
Yeah.
from the trailer. and text-based and sort of going through checkpoints and stuff and trying to, evade the authorities.
Sort of choice-based, yeah.
You're sort of walking around top-down, a bit pixely, and then it'll be like dialogue choice options in the screen. And I think, it looks like good fun, and I like books.
Yeah, I think it's the title alone is enough to intrigue a lot of people.
One I saw that I don't even know what I think about it.
Yeah,
it's called Building Relationships.
Yeah, the trailer of this I saw months ago, and if you saw the trailer introduced by the guy who made it, I think you'd find it quite irritating. But the concept is fun.
I saw the trailer on its own without the guy. I still thought it pretty annoying.
Yeah,
is that the moving house one?
In which you're literally a moving house.
Yeah.
You're a house kind of flipping around through a random landscape, trying to go on dates with other buildings.
I saw the description of that, and it was sort of a cozy game about moving house, and I thought that sounds nice. Clicked on it, watched the trailer, thought no.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Like, is the chimney does that?
Well, this is it. So it's soundtracked by discordant, intermittent trumpet music. So it's like a hot, mad out
Nothing
of tune.
cozy about that.
Yeah. And you're just watching like a house say things
Imagine
in the
if you
trailer.
went for a massage.
Oh, yeah. A really sudden. Like,
They cover you in French horns.
you have to create the tension to massage it out of you. You're watching a house say dialogue like, I'm mad excited for this picnic date. And a house goes on a picnic date with a windmill, and then I think they fuck in a tent in the trailer.
The video I saw
It's
of
very hard
the
to follow.
solo developer doing it was sort of like relationships are normal, but I don't know. What if you were like a building or something? And it was like, I can't delete. I'm not.
maybe it'll be really good. But watching the trailer made me. I couldn't figure out how I even felt about it. Watching the trailer,
Yeah.
I was like, am I watching all this all the way through because I'm intrigued?
I would sooner be left on a desert island with the creator of Mewgenics.
Yes, yeah.
than that guy.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's a safe bet. Book Smugglers is a good one as your
Book
backup.
Smugglers.
Yeah, you can always trade that out in the summer. My one, which I don't think I'll be able to trade out because it comes out in the next few weeks, is a game called Tides of Tomorrow. This is from the makers of Road 96, which we spoke about in one of our Patreon episodes, where you were a series of, you played as one of a number of teenagers trying to make their way over the American border into Mexico during a sort of tumultuous political time. What Tides of Tomorrow is basically the world has been water-worlded, essentially. The world is entirely flooded. It's all very bright and colourful, but it's all run by, sort of mercenaries and gangs and bandits and the like. Each area you go through, provided you're playing with an internet connection, you make a series of decisions of do I want to create a bridge? Do I want to smash a bridge? The decisions you make, whoever the next person to play the game is, when they reach your area, they're left with what you left behind.
Yeah.
And each area you go into, whoever's playing the game before you, their decisions are now sort of thrown onto you.
Yeah.
But I think, interestingly, you're treated as if you were the person who did those things. So let's say you went into a shop and robbed everyone blind. The next person who plays, they're going to be treated as if they were the person who robbed everyone blind. So I think you are constantly facing the consequences of complete strangers over the internet's whims.
That's going to be a disaster.
It could be
horribly stressful.
So I loved Road 96 because it felt quite experimental. This feels super experimental, and it could go one of either way. That's the reason it's my backup, because this could be awful. It could completely flop. But I read an article about it a couple months ago, and I was like, if they do pull this off, this would be quite exciting, because the thing that changed my mind about it was Ark Raiders. That multiplayer extraction shooter that came out last year, where people were saying that if you're playing in teams like you would in, say, Call of Duty, everyone was just shooting each other. But when you're playing as on your own as a solo person in a map full of other people playing as solo people, everyone was going, don't shoot. And everyone was helping each other scavenge for resources and helping each other out. And it actually created quite a nice atmosphere, and actually it felt like it's actually quite frowned upon if you shoot someone in a solo match. And I'm wondering if that niceness will extend itself to other games. So Tides of Tomorrow is my backup. And I won't be able to switch it out because it comes out in a few weeks. Sarah, what is your backup?
Oh no, I'm torn between two.
Okay.
And actually, I've just spotted one that I should have gone for before. Ooh. Maybe I'll go with Wolverine. Am I allowed?
You're absolutely allowed. Yeah. I mean, you haven't gone for a big
My
AAA one
hesitation
yet.
about Wolverine. Oh, 007, surely it's got to be AAA.
Oh, yeah, sorry, you've got 007, yeah.
My hesitation about Wolverine is that I got very excited when it said that it was the same team that made the Spider-Man games. But the magic of those Spider-Man games, in my opinion, is the swinging about.
I feel exactly the same.
And you can't swing about with big claws.
He can leap about and run about a lot, and the
And
trailer makes it look hyper violent.
and
This
the
is very different.
Climb with
combat,
claws.
I think, will be like fun and satisfying, and especially when you kind of like get strong enough that you can just sort of go like slash away through everything.
Yeah.
But I would be interested to see how they make it engaging and dynamic enough that it's not just sort of like, okay, I get it, I stab.
Yeah, I have exactly the same level of excitement and trepidation as you, which is this can't be as good as Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But it will still be great. But I think it would be a bit like if Batman Arkham Asylum was the last of the Arkham games to come out. And I think it will just feel a bit more like those Arkham games.
Yeah.
There'll be cool regeneration shit, though, right? He regenerates.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. Because also, does that then lower the stakes? Because you're like, well, you're fine. I don't like Spider-Man is quite... Eventually is a bit puny when met with machine gun bullets.
Yeah, when they do that thing where they hold him by his neck and his little legs are wiggling.
Yeah, but what's Wolverine's going to be okay?
Yeah.
It's like if there was a Superman game. It would be like...
The fun of the combat in the Spider-Man games is that ability to like draw people away from you, pull them close, whip them around with the webs.
Yeah.
That I can just see it being like slash and hack.
Yeah, I love in Spider-Man picking up a manhole
hard to say
cover.
with an ulcer.
Swinging that manhole cover around
Yeah.
and technically not killing anyone.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
Yeah.
how are you not beheaded?
He's the good guy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the sort of thing a baddie... Spider-Man would be called out because someone's swinging a manhole cover around.
Yeah, with like 4 convenience store owners watching you do it.
Yeah.
And you're not really looking where you're going.
I was in the Spider-Man games, there are no children, and I'm wondering if it's because it's like, anymore. It's because Spider-Man's...
Well, it's because kids can't leave the house.
Yeah.
Because Spider-Man exists. It's just COVID forever for children.
Well, that's all of them then.
Yeah.
That's we've got all our choices. Yeah, take me through your 3 and your backup.
So, Panzer Strike, the nostalgia World War II top-down game, Hell Let Loose Vietnam, and My Arms Are Longer Now.
Nice.
And the backup, Book Smugglers.
I went with GTA 6, Resident Evil, Requiem, Esoteric Ebb, and my backup is Tides of Tomorrow.
I've got Grave Seasons, 007 First Light. I've got Mewgenics, and my backup is Wolverine. Marvel's Wolverine.
Yes, we'll be revisiting
to clarify.
this in the summer, but at the end of the year, we're going to see who has the best taste in games. I believe that's all we've got time for. So thank you so much for joining us. If you want to head over to the Patreon episode, you can do that right now. Remember, it's just £5 a month, price of less than a pint, and you get a whole extra episode every single week because we're going to be talking Hitman Mod of Assassination and our gripes in games and general gaming chat. And I'll be giving you a recommendation of a game that you may not have heard of. And as a little clue, if you enjoyed the JRPG combat of Clair Obscur in a European setting, maybe you'd like JRPG combat in another European setting in a game that I'm going to recommend to you. But this has been the main episode of Button Boys. We're going to see you next week. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, Sarah Keyworth. Thank you, Pierre Novelli. I'm Glenn Moore. We'll see you next Thursday. Happy New Year.
Button Boys.